Welcome to the Ballroom is a manga about dancing, and it's the epitome of what I like about sports manga. There is always so much passion and care behind it because it's a glimpse into a subject that a larger audience might not care about, and it's the mangaka's job to encapsulate the audience. So let's just say I'm taking dance lessons. The first thing I have to talk about is the artwork. It is so good. Starting out from the first chapter, first panel, we're starting out with gas. We get some great gestural lines, and that's what's used for most of the dancing in here, so you can see the motion of the characters with the line work. The manga has such a nice way of expressing these characters' emotions. Some of these panels are insane, and the covers do not disappoint. Back when I first found this manga, I saw volume 12, and I'm like, I gotta read this shit. I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but if the cover looks good, I'm gonna read it, okay? All of them have great posing, and I think it's like chalk pastel, or just paint for the coloring. If it's chalk pastel, shout out to Tomo, because I fucking hate drawing with chalk pastel. It's a messy ass shit. I get dust everywhere. It's annoying as hell. Stick to oils, stick to ink. That's me. Whatever. Our focus in the story is about a kid named Tatara. That just sounds wrong. How do I say this? Why did they have like an old school YouTube intro for a fucking pronunciation?
Tatara.
Tatarara.
What? There's no fucking way. Okay, if the AI can't say it, neither can I. Tatara. I'm just gonna stick with that. Tatara, who's a very passive kid. He doesn't have any ambitions. He doesn't know what to do with his life. He's walking aimlessly, which is fair. He's in the 8th grade. I'm almost 20 and I don't fucking know. And everyone was on his ass because he didn't know what to do. He's not even in high school yet. They were just on him. Either way, he finally finds what he wants to do because he meets a pro dancer named Sengoku who shows him the world of dance and some film of a competition he was in. This must have been like the 2016 NBA Finals for him, just straight peak dancing, because now that's all he wants to do with his life. The road ahead him is super hard. He is starting so many years later than the rest of his competition, but he's a hard worker. That doesn't mean he gets some Mickey Mouse wins just because he's a hard worker. He sucks, but then he starts getting better, which makes his progression hit way harder. The biggest strength of this manga is the characters and the dialogue that they have with each other. My favorite chapter in this manga is chapter 60. I think it's 60.2. What does that mean? Okay. They are going to the grocery store and then they are talking. And that is the best chapter in the whole series. It's so fucking good. And I don't want to get into spoiler territory, so I'm just going to list off some of my favorite characters. And if you read this, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, then you're wrong, okay? Kiyohara, Chinatsu, Kugimiya, Gaju, and Iso. This is like one of my favorite kinds of manga where the characters have an ambition that they strive for the whole time and they just better themselves throughout the story. That's why this is my favorite manga of all time. Shout out Inoue, he's literally the GOAT. Now before this video ends, this shit has been on hiatus for like over a year. I don't know when it's coming back. If it's coming back. You're welcome.
I should just pack up my bags and get loaded.
See you in a month where I talk about Monster. Maybe. I don't know. I might make a video about Monster. You know what's even more of a monster? This hairline. Who did it? It was me. I'm the one who cut my hair. That's why it looks like shit. And the responsibility falls on the mangaka to write a good story. Like, what the fuck? Iso? Man, fuck. Whatever. Iso. I would say subscribe to my other channels. I don't upload there either.